Give it up right now for Dr. James Chestnut. Come on.
Mother Superior jumped the gun.
Thank you. All right. 10-year anniversary. That's pretty neat. I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't been speaking as much lately. I've been trying to stay home with my kids a little more. Yeah, that's not worked out that well. But anyway, my daughter's 14 now, so you're probably going to see me on the road a lot more over the next few years. Anyway, I always like to build on the speakers that were earlier, so I thought it was pretty interesting. The big guy who said he could put his leg behind his head. I can't, but my wife can. Seems wasteful for a dude to do it. Anyway. That's not a good look for a dude. You know what I mean? I don't care. No yoga pants can cover that up enough for me. Anyway, so I was, I went up to, I was traveling not long ago with my kids, and I went to the hotel, and I wanted to make sure that the porn channel was disabled. So I went up to the desk, and I said, look, I just want to make sure the porn channel's disabled. And the guy said, well, I'm not sure. He kind of got this weird look on his face. And I said, look, dude, just make it happen. He's like, I said, get the manager out here, right? So the guy goes back, and the manager comes out. And I said, look, I don't want to hear anything. I just want to know, is the porn channel disabled? And the guy goes, look, sir, I'm sorry. We only have regular porn. Billy, am I back next year? I don't know, right? We'll see. Anyway, so I'm just going to click that ahead. I sort of been spending the last, is that going to click forward? They're kicking me off. But anyway, as you know, I've been working on a book forever, and had it finished, and then decided to add a bit more, and then had it finished, and decided to add a bit more, and then et cetera. But anyway, it's sort of my manifesto. And this kind of explains everything you need to know about, why we're sick and what we need to do to get well. But I'd like to sort of explain it today. And so I'm just going to go. Here's the deal, right? Like, it's not just a question of, we can go into any pocket around the world and we can find these people that are super healthy, right? We can go to the Himalayas and find these people that are super healthy. We can go to hunter-gatherers in Africa, right? We can go to the Aktung. We can go down to South America and find tribes that are super healthy. We can go to Papua New Guinea and find people. These people have no chronic illness. They have no cancer, no obesity. Would you agree? Would you agree that the native populations who lived in North America basically had no obesity, no diabetes, virtually no cancer? Are we in agreement? Everybody knows this, right? So what we have to be careful about in science is that what we have to do is we have to make sure we ask the right questions, right? Like so watch. What we can't say is that, well, if we go and study this tribe and they did this one really cool thing, that must be the thing that everybody has to do to get healthy. Because when we look at the other tribes, they weren't doing the same things. Like, at least they weren't doing that thing. Are you following me? All right, good. So here's the deal that I did. I said two things. I said, well, I have to look at this in a biological way. I have to say to myself, not just, what did all these healthy humans have in common? Right? The right question isn't, what was this group of healthy people doing? That's not the right question. The right question is, first of all, to understand this, that normal is healthy. Healthy is normal. Sickness is completely abnormal for any species. Would you agree? Right, and the truth is that all humans were healthy. You couldn't find a sick human until we started living an industrial lifestyle. Basically, very few people were sick. There was viruses around, we get it, but you couldn't find rampant chronic illness in any population of human beings on this earth until fairly recently. Is that true? So there was something that they were all doing right that they had in common. Otherwise, they couldn't have been healthy. Is that true? But let's think about this. Let's back up a little bit. Isn't that true of every other species on Earth? Isn't it true that every species on Earth is healthier than us? Unless we've ruined their habitat, right? Unless we've destroyed their habitat and forced them to live in a way that is not congruent with their own genomes or their own species type. Is every species on Earth healthier than humans in terms of chronic illness? Of course. So what do other before we can figure out the stuff for humans, there's a couple things we have to do. One is we have to understand, I was really happy to hear the dentist before me say it, is that humans are an animal species. And you've heard me say this before, we're governed by the same biological laws and physiological laws that govern every other species. Humans are an animal species. Agreed? Okay, good. So why is every other species so much healthier and less sick than us? And why are humans so much less healthy and so much sicker than every other species on Earth?
The Cal Jam Network is your all-access pass to Cal Jam all year long. The site hosts hundreds of videos and endless chiropractic content. The network is a great resource for anyone passionate about chiropractic health. Visit this newly renovated Cal Jam streaming service at caljamnetwork.org.